Okay, thank you. Here I will to present the result of my assignment for the midterm exam. Before that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Indra Paung from the Managerial Accounting class A morning. So before I want to present about my assignment, I want to say thank you to Miss Desi as my English lecturer for the opportunity and the time has been given. So here we are. Here I want to present the topic about describing a process. So in this slide there are the agenda that I will present. There are talking about definition of describing a process, function of describing a process, and the last example of describing a process. So here definition of describing a process, and I think describing a process has a similar meaning with procedures. And describing a process means writing about how something is made or how something happens. So explaining a process is usually used when you describe how to do and or make something. For example, how to bake a cake or change a bicycle tire, and it can also be used to explain how something happens. So the next slide is talking about function of describing a process. So there are two functions of describing a process. The first is provide information in making or doing something with methods and steps. There are described in sequence and detail. And the second, or the last, to make it easier for readers when they want to know how or steps to do something. Okay, this is the first example for describing a process. We can see in this slide, the diagram illustrates the process of producing of orange juice. There are various stages in the process of making orange juice, beginning with the collection of fresh orange and ending with the distribution of packaged juice to supermarket. Firstly, oranges are picked, loaded onto trucks, and delivered to a processing plant where they are thoroughly washed by a machine. Following this, the juice is extracted from the orange by a squeezing machine, and the solid waste, including orange peels and seeds, is collected and used to feed animals. The squeezed juice can then either be packaged and sent to the supermarket or transferred to another factory undergo an evaporation process. And then during the evaporation process, the fresh orange juice is processed by an evaporator machine where the water is removed. The concentrate juice is then canned and transported to a warehouse before being combined with the water again. After that, it is packaged and distributed to supermarket and ready to purchase.
In this slide, we can see this is the second example of describing a process. The given diagram illustrates the process of plastic recycling. Overall, there are essentially 6 stages in the plastic recycling process, beginning with the buying, using, and discarding of new plastic products, and ending with newly recycled products entering the market again. In the first stage, new products displayed in shops are purchased, used, and thrown away. Plastic bags, along with other garbage, are sent and buried in landfill sites. Plastics, bottles, and containers, however, are collected for recycling. After being gathered, the plastic bottles are then taken to sorting houses where they are divided into different categories. Once the plastic has been sorted, it is then loaded onto trucks and transported to factories where it is processed and made into new plastic products. These new recycled plastic products are then finally distributed back to retail shops where they are sold, reused, and discarded once again, thereby continuing the process. Okay, that's all about my presentation. Is talking about describing a process. Thank you for attention. If I has a mistaken, I apologize for that. And thank you for watching and goodbye.